Farm Guy here, and in this video we'll be looking at the 3 Reiter windrowers that are included in the hay and forage pack by Giant Software for Farming Simulator 22. Yes, words are difficult for me today. So we have 3. We have I'm going to call it a small, and 2 large windrowers of this. This is an interesting design. We've seen some similar to this in the past. We have one that's obviously a 3-point link that hooks up to the front, and we have a pull behind one. Now, there are a few interesting things, and definitely some interesting operational type ways these operate, and a few things you should know of as well. However, let's look at them first in the store where we will find them. Again, this is part of the Hay and Forage DLC by Giant Software. We're going to find them under windrowers. Yes, of course, if I stop talking. So we have the Reiter RESPIRO R3 Compact, $26,500, requires 90 horsepower, and it just plainly is this. As you can see, it's kind of a belt driven type windrower, very interesting. And then we have the R7 RD, $91,000. So this one is 3 meters, this one's 7 meters. They're both 12 miles per hour, but this one it requires 160 horsepower, which is more than any of the vehicles that were supplied with this pack. So you're going to have to go outside the pack with another vehicle to operate this. Same with this one, although it's larger, it requires a little less horsepower. Oh, let's look at this. No options here either. As you can see here, it is just like that. It is an interesting piece though, nonetheless. And the R9 PROFI, $125,000, 9 meters, 12 miles per hour, but only requires 130 horsepower. We do have a couple of options. Tire options, Trailbore BKT Vertestein, and a license plate option. If you choose back only, it will appear right back there. Right. All right. So let's start with the little guy here. It actually comes in horsepower under within the Mully T8X range of horsepower. This is how it comes. So we'll just back up here. That's how you get it from the store. If we pull up to it and attach it, it attaches to a 3-point link, like so. If we drive over to some grass that I have just recently cut, let's take a look at it. We got lower, raise and lower, so there we go, raise and lower, turn it on. R1, toggle work mode, so we have L3, we have left swath, right swath, so left or right, whichever you prefer. I'll go with the left just because. So we'll lower it down. Oh, we have some lights, little marker lights on the side, and that's about it. No signals or anything else, but we have a little marker lights there, and we'll just turn off the lights and turn on the windrower because you want to see it working. So here we go, driving forward, and it just, as you can see, we'll take a little look here. It picks up the grass with the front rotary type pickup, and it throws it on that belt, and the belt is going left or right, whichever you choose. If you hire a worker, the worker will do it, and very happily do it, and do a good job. And that's pretty simply what that one does. Not a lot of horsepower required, so pretty much anything with a front lifter on it should be able to operate this with not too much problems. The next one is a little bit more of a beast in the fact that it, let's just take a look at it. It weighs a fair bit. It weighs 3.4 tons, so that's 3,400 kilograms. And so I have a medium tractor here, about 170 horsepower, but I did have to put a 2,500 kilogram weight on the back of this to make it, well, manageable, shall we say. We're going to hook this up. This is how you get it, like so. This is how it appears in the store. Now, it's quite a wide beast. L1 and X, you can fold it for transport. Now, that would be, if you were actually driving this, that would be quite the obstacle in front of you transporting. You would conversely may want to hook it on the back and put the weight on the front, and then once you get to the field, you can switch them around. But for the purpose of this game, you can always drive it around like this, and you'll be able to see. But it's just kind of a side point. I thought it was kind of a little bit funny to have that big piece of machinery up in your way in front of you. So let's unfold it again. We do have lights. Now it's kind of like a running light. We have signals in the front, and that's about it. So the lights aren't very bright. If you're looking for really bright lights to light your way at night, merging grass, probably not going to happen with this. You'll have to rely on your vehicle lights. All right, enough about lights. Did I leave my signal on? I know someone's going to mention that if I left my signal on. L1 and circle lowers it, and L1 and square turns it on. So right now we have it set to merge left, and it does a very good job of that, just as you would expect. And that's about it for the left side. R1, we can toggle the work mode. Now this is where it gets somewhat interesting, and we'll go over here. Perhaps let's turn it off first. Turn it off. There we go. R1. No, nothing in L1 and R1. R1. Select work mode. Toggle work mode. So right now it's left. You can set it to right or outside. So left, right, you know those. Outside, what is that? Let's turn it on, and if I hire a worker, that does that. So it basically puts half of it on one side and half of it on the other side. So that could be an option that you might want. And so it's kind of neat. It's just kind of basically takes it and dumps it on either side. Worker seems to know what to do with it as well. Now it has to go on the front, because that's how it works, that there's a pickup. So if you put it on the back of a tractor and try to use it, it's not going to work unless you drive backwards, I guess. And there are some reverse drive tractors out there, so that's a possibility if that's what you how you want to use it. Right, so that's how that one works. Kind of neat. We'll put this one over at the side here, lower it down and turn off that. Now the last one is probably the most interesting out of all of them, for the fact that it's a pull behind and it doesn't require quite as much horsepower, and it's the widest of the three, and it also has the most options out of the three windrowers we have here. So this is how you get the vehicle or the machine folded like this. We have the same style of lights there and signals. No beacons. So some marker lights and side lights and stuff like that. So that's there. L1 and X unfolds it like thus. And this is how it unfolds. Now, as you can see here, there's a gap in the middle. You're wondering to yourself, well, isn't it going to miss something? So we do have several work modes for this. Let's turn it on and lower it. And as you can see, as you can imagine, right away, I'll hire a worker, and that's what it does. It takes them from both sides and merges it to the middle. So that's kind of neat. I kind of like this this way. However, that's not the only way you can use it. Let's dismiss the worker there, and let's turn around and we'll show you the other ways this can be configured. Right, so R1 toggle work mode we have left. So now it comes together and we turn it on and lower it, and you can set it to the whole thing go left. So obviously you're reducing your width though, right? R1 and L, and you can have it set to go to the right. Or go to the outside. So we have that too. It'll go on either side and then merge to the middle. As you can see here, it does give a wider path, but yeah, so I mean, it's preference, right? So whichever way you want to do it, it does give you the option of working modes, and so that's pretty neat, actually. Here we go, fold it all up. I wonder what hold on, I wonder what it does. So that's in the two sides. Let's go like this and then fold it. Okay, so it automatically spreads out and folds. So you don't have to have it a particular configuration in order to fold it. That's interesting. And that's all there is to it, really. Fairly simple to use, seems pretty straightforward, and they work well. That is the Reiter windrowers that come with the hay and forage pack DLC by Giant Software on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching. I'm Looney Farm Guy, and remember, it's only a game. So till next time, bye for now.